Yes, people, we are back live. We are back live on the Sarcasm City TV YouTube for another edition of the Manchester United Manchester City show, the first crossover of the week. My favorite crossover. I say this all the time. My favorite crossover to do because it contains my favorite co-host when it comes to the crossovers. And when you look at the rest of the co-hosts, the bar ain't really high, people. You got frauds like TJ and Tony, and you got friggin' scrubs like Jez and Surfer, and then them joke men, Ryan speaks for himself, and Stro. But obviously, I love doing this show. Big up to everyone who is locked in, as always, and a lot going on in regards to both Manchester clubs. Julian Alvarez joins Atletico Madrid. Not Atletico Madrid make bid for Julian Alvarez, not Atletico Madrid are close to the signing of Julian Alvarez. Julian Alvarez joins Atletico Madrid. We got the here we go from Fabrizio Romano. In regards to Manchester United, a lot's gone on. Pulled out of the Agate deal, made contact with Youssouf Fofana's agents, also linked to Sandenberg from Burnley as well, plus more. So big up everyone that's locked in. Like I said, please keep all your comments and questions Manchester United or Manchester City related. I got to bring very interested to hear what he has to say. My Don, all the way from Canada in the building. My like Veta is here. Yes, Veta, how we doing, man?
Man, things are good. This is a regular. You've been letting me know about the feedback. I've been getting some feedback on my own as well. And they're like, yo, Vader, that show you do with Flawless, y'all are able to get your points across. There's no rude interruptions. There's no one being extra. You're able to flow. I'm like, yeah, man, that's why I do the show. So thanks for having me on another time. You mentioned it. Perfect timing. You know what I mean? Perfect timing. The news is ridiculous. You have the joy of being out there. You're over there in England. The time zone's crazy. I'm waking up. My phone's blowing up. Messages are, "Oh, did you hear? Did you see? It's official." I'm like, ah. And as soon as I saw the news, shout out to all of you that are subscribed to my channel. I had to. I did a quick 115, one question, 15 minutes. I had to talk about the news on Julian Alvarez, and we'll get into it. But I ain't happy, Flawless. I ain't happy. Those of you on Spotify, those of you choosing to listen, don't take my word for it. All right. Unfortunately, not unfortunately, you know what I mean? No homo. Ladies in my life have said, "Hey, Flawless, he's a good looking man." I was like, "Oh, for real? Okay." Those of you on Spotify, tune in. Flawless. He's on YouTube. He's not on radio for a reason. When you're on radio, there's a reason why you're on radio, because you got a face for radio. Flawless ain't that dude. Now when you tune into YouTube, you'll see on the screen right now behind me, right over here, this gentleman right there. That's actually Julian Alvarez putting in that work, that off-season work. He's no longer going to be at my club. It's a weakness, and I spoke about it on my channel. Instant weakness. And this isn't, I'm not doing the Arsenal, Liverpool underdog talk, trying to make things a little calmer for what the season is. Flawless, I'm still saying we're winning this league. I'm still saying we're going to go after this.
I'm glad we got that.
Yeah. Look, listen, I'm going to be a fool to say I got Pep and I don't have the quality in my squad to say I'm not going for the league. I'm going for the league. But it's tougher now. It's tougher when I got a Julian Alvarez, a man that's won it all. And when I say he's won it all, the only thing missing from his trophy cabinet, the only thing is an Olympic gold. That's it. Well, he's done everything else. He's done everything else. Now, a player like him, I must say this, from a business standpoint, from a player career standpoint, I get it. He's come to England and he's won it. He's done it all. He's won everything.
Yeah,
he came in year one and won a treble. Then the following season, Club World Cup, Super Cup, he's won that. You know what I mean? So, and he not only that, he was part of a squad to do. And those of you on Spotify, you ain't getting the joy, you ain't getting the love of seeing what I'm about to do on the screen right now. You ain't seeing this. He came to the club, and in his second year, he did what was never done in top flight English football history. I'm going to speak to it because you can't see it, Spotify listeners. Get over to YouTube, subscribe.
Yes.
All right. Now, Manchester City are the first side in the entire history. Think about that. Let me speak on that. The first side in the entire history of English top flight football to win four in a row. That was Julian Alvarez. He was key to that. And he's key to that because, and I'm not trying to gas him up. The price tag's already been set. I don't need to do all that. This is all documented. It's all real. It's there, historically documented. Julian Alvarez, third, fourth most minutes played for Manchester City.
Yeah, because he played a lot of matches. When I was looking at his record earlier, shout out to Rance because we were talking about him as well. And I seen he played a lot of matches for you, 36 league games. I don't know how many starts, but he played 30, and I think it was 31 the season before.
Yeah.
So I didn't realize how much he was featured and much was involved. But obviously, Pep likes to rotate, and I don't know the stats.
Very, very featured, but it's not even so much a case of rotation with him because Haaland was out for 2 months.
That's true. Yeah, Haaland did.
KDB was out for 5 months. Julian Alvarez was that guy. Pep trusted him to play in those roles when he was trying to figure out what was the best 11. So when I say we're weaker because when we aren't able to play quote unquote our best 11 due to some injuries or maybe you mentioned it, rotation, Pep was trusting him quick to be in that mix. We're not going into a season, and maybe you guys think I'm being a little too dramatic, but we're going into a season that's going to be the toughest one ever.
Wait, why is the season going to be the toughest one ever?
Oh, why are you doing that, Flawless? Why
did you say that? Why did you say that? Don't understand about why I'm laughing. You're over there telling jokes. Why is it going to be the toughest season ever? Please explain that one to me.
This ain't stand up. I'm not Kevin Hart.
And you ain't telling jokes. Why is it going to be the toughest season ever? This is going to be good.
This is going to be the toughest season for many reasons.
Go on. Let's say these reasons, man.
Psychologically, mentally, this is going to be the toughest season.
All right.
Listen,
okay,
these players aren't robots. As much as everybody wants to talk about Erling Haaland being a cyborg, he ain't a cyborg. Yeah. He's flesh and bone.
Yeah, we seen that in the quarterfinal against Real Madrid in the Champions League. We seen that. But
you're gonna keep bringing that up. You know,
I've seen that. He was tired.
Erling's gonna crash it on you for that. You keep bringing that up. Watch what happens when
tell Erling, we ain't the ups. You know what I'm saying? In the red and white, it's the Spanish lot in all white. That's who you need to worry about. You know what I'm saying? You don't need to be tired. But yeah, I want to know these many reasons as to why this is Manchester City's toughest season.
I'll speak to it.
Go on.
Toughest season because that 4-peat was impossible.
Yeah.
A 5-peat is just as impossible, if not more.
Mm-hmm.
So when you have a team, when you have a club that's going to be pursuing that, you need quality around you.
Yeah.
And this is going to be the most difficult season to do it. Not maybe because of the ops, right? Not because it's Arsenal this time around. Mm-hmm. Although Liverpool fans are getting a little giddy, so they're not going to talk title talk. They know how to play the underdog. Mm-hmm. But the fact that Arsenal continue to strengthen, and this transfer window ain't over yet. They fixed some of their errors, but it's going to be tough to try and do something that's never been done before. That's why it's going to be tough. And also, will we lose the quality of a Julian Alvarez, the versatility that I talked about, him covering for a Haaland, covering for a KDB? All is good when we're healthy. Great.
Wait. Let me cut you off there, though. Don't you think you replace Alvarez? I think you go into the window. No, don't replace Alvarez.
He's not getting replaced.
So you don't think you go and buy somebody else? So who's taking his place? Who is it? Oscar Bob? Who's going to get a more prominent role then?
Pep's probably going to look to maybe give that experience chance for someone to maybe step up in an Oscar Bob, a James McAtee, someone coming through our academy.
And you got big money for him. So Warrior J has been kind enough to make, to drop the comments in as always. Julian Alvarez to Atletico Madrid. Here we go. Deal in place for 75 million euros, fixed fee plus 20 million in add-ons. Julian has accepted the proposal for a 5-year deal after talks with agent today. And then Manchester City signed Julian Alvarez for 14 million, and he's now a record sale at 95 million euro package. So basically, you're getting like 80 million. So if you choose to dip into the market, you now have 80 million to spend if you do so. Is he a loss? Yes. Is he a critical loss? No. You've lost bad players.
We've
bad players.
Okay.
You've lost way better players. In the past 2 years, if we look at the players that have left your football club,
That's
he
not
is
how you.
somewhere near the bottom of the list. You don't like
That's
me
not the
talking
way to.
facts.
That's not the way to look at it, though. You're looking
No,
at
it
it the wrong
definitely
way.
is. No.
No,
It's the way to look at it
no,
because
it's not the way.
you've lost better players. You've lost
Yeah,
better players.
we've lost better players. If you
Much
want to
better
go, if
players.
you want
Much
to
more
talk
key
about the,
players.
yeah, if you want to talk about the David Silvas, the Yaya Toures, the
I even
Sergio
going that far
Aguero,
back many year back.
the
I'm saying a
Mahrez.
couple years. I'm saying
Yeah, if
Mahrez
you
and
want to talk
Gundogan.
Mahrez and
Yeah.
Gundogan,
Just
yeah.
those two.
All right. So when Flawless wants to stand there and start flexing, oh, you've lost better players. Yeah, we've lost better players, but look at what the results were when we lost those players.
Yeah, I know you want to treble and
No, we did not.
the
Flawless.
Prem.
That's it. No, that's it. We did not. When we had the quality in a Gundogan Mahrez,
Yeah.
we won the treble. The following year, when we lose quality, like you just mentioned,
Oh, you
we
lost. Yeah,
left
you
with the
didn't win.
Prem.
But
We
yeah, we
left the
know why
season
though.
with the
But
Prem.
you ran into that team in white that Haaland and De Bruyne weren't really trying
And
to
we
see an extra time, and then you lost out to us.
and we're speaking the same language right now. So we're gonna face, most likely, if we're gonna try and raise the big years, right? The one that you have 3 of, if we're gonna try to raise
Champions League is tough. Champions League is, but I don't think Alvarez is the key to that. But Champions League is tough because of Real Madrid. However, Premier League, you have no bother.
Flawless.
You have no bother in the Premier League. You have no bother in the Premier League, Vito.
No.
Who's finishing above you in the Prem?
Those of you in the chat, you need to be crashing it off Flawless right now. I know he's your guy. I know he's your guy. I know.
Nah, they love crashing on me.
I know most of you are Uniteds right now, but listen, you need to crash it on him right now. Oh, TJ, that fraud. But listen.
Yeah. And TJ, this is why I said what I said at the start is for this comment. But big up TJ, been a member of the channel for 16 months. Should make sure you subscribe to TJ Warren TV and subscribe to Veta Games TV. Links in the title as well. And look, as much as TJ don't want to agree with me, it's right. I've said this before. The past 2 seasons about you lot. Let's say, and me and you have had the conversation hypothetically, City are weaker. Let's say losing Julian Alvarez is damaging, and you don't replace him, and you dip off. Your level is not at it. Your level is not what it was this season just gone.
Yeah.
Who is better still with Julian Alvarez? Arsenal are still not better than you lot.
No, we can't do that.
Why can't we do that?
Flawless?
Why can't we do that?
Because and TJ, he's been combing the YouTube internet. He's been consuming all of that content with regards to playing the underdog. He's now embraced it. TJ will not talk highly of his club. No.
Because it's not about embracing the underdog.
No.
They are the underdog.
Okay.
They are the underdog. They're Arsenal with Mikel Arteta and Kai Havertz as the 9. If something doesn't scream underdog, it's that. And Declan Rice, arguably their best central midfielder. What are we talking about? Yes, they are the underdog.
They went out and splashed the cash, record signing 105 for Declan Rice.
Facts.
Manchester City saw 85 and I think it was 85 and 5 was like, nah, too much for us. We're out. Arsenal did their thing. Yeah, Arsenal did their thing. Okay, they strengthened year after year after year. How are they going to strengthen year after year after year? Lost the league by 2 points, and I'm telling you, I won the league by 2 points, but I'm losing a key player in Julian Alvarez, and now I'm still on to try and pursue and win the league again when they're strengthening. That's why this underdog talk, this highly favorites. Nah, we ain't doing that. We ain't doing that.
Bro. You hear this little bro. You hear what I'm hearing. It's my little bro in the chat. But you hear what I'm hearing. You see what big bro has to deal with.
There's nothing. No, you ain't deal with. Nah, this is straight facts. This is straight facts. Arsenal, their spend intent are showing clearly that they're trying to erase this 20 years of miserable existence of not winning the Prem. They're trying to stop that ASAP. And the fact that they're trying to do that, and I've got my club right now trying to go for a 5th. But like you mentioned earlier, and I'm not going to let you just dismiss it and poo-poo on it like it was something. You talked about we've lost better quality. Okay? Yes. And you said you're not even going to go so far back to when I was talking about the David Silvas and Yaya. You said just recently when I lost the Gundogan and Mahrez. Yeah. But when I lost those players in particular, I went from winning a treble, defeating Real Madrid, to winning the Prem and losing to Real Madrid. So, and I only won this league last year by 2 points.
Yeah, but you know what Real Madrid have to combat that? Quality. Real Madrid have genuine. If Real Madrid didn't have the quality, I would go All right, I hear what you are saying. The difference is, even with you lot getting weaker, there is still a gap between you and Arsenal. And that gap is not just on the pitch. You know where that gap is biggest? The dugout. Look at those two managers. You know where that gap is also still huge? Look at those two midfielders. Look at those two midfields. Whatever midfield you want to trio, you want to say for City, and look at it at Arsenal's. There is levels to this. I'm just the one who's honest enough to say this because I dislike both teams a lot.
All right.
That
You know
tells
what?
you
For
all
the
I
sake,
need to. Yeah, that's what
for,
it is.
for the sake of argument, for the sake of the conversation, let me put the Prem aside because
Okay.
you've already told me the
I
Prem's
hear,
mine.
I
I'm
hear,
winning
I
it.
hear you in the Champions League. I'm with you. I hear
So
I hear you in the Champions League. I
okay,
get that, but we're
okay.
not discussing that. Champions League, even with Alvarez, I still think you need to go and add more to your team. What that is, I don't know. I think Savio's a great addition. I still think you need more. I'm not actually really thought about in depth in regards to the Champions League for you lot, but Arsenal haven't done what they're supposed to do. Even adding Calafiori, who I think is a good deal. Their midfield and striker is still lacking.
All right. So all right, we're on the same page now because I'm not
Mhm.
just looking Prem. I'm
Right.
also looking Prem in Champions League. Now we'll put Champions League aside. We'll talk Prem. We'll talk more of TJ's talk because TJ is just about the Prem. He's not thinking big like that. So when we talk about the Prem right now, Julian Alvarez and his versatility and him covering off for Holland in particular was huge. Now, with us not having him, you know what I got to rely on? You were talking about the dugout and manager difference. Yeah, the manager difference is huge, but you know what I got to now rely on?
Go on.
And for those of you maybe too young to know MacGyver, now I got to rely on Pep doing his MacGyver. Now I got to rely on Pep doing his, you know what, let me take an Oscar Bob and let me do maybe a false nine. Let me put Foden at false nine. Let me do that for a couple games and get a result. As opposed to we were clicking. Alvarez, oh, you got to step in because Holland's got a little ankle issue or he's going to be out. Still got a deadly striker up front because Alvarez starts for everybody but maybe two other clubs. Everybody and their mama is signing Julian Alvarez to be their starting striker with maybe two other clubs.
Yeah,
Arsenal being one of them. Arsenal
tells
being
you.
like, yo, sign him up right now. So the fact that
Exactly.
we're losing that level of quality that's a starter everywhere else, we're now weaker because of it. And when I'm thinking of my club and being able to just stay clicking, it gets congested. I got the FA, I got the league, I got Champions League, Holland, Alvarez, games every 3 days. Things are calm. Now it's like we're going to be doing pregame predictions on who's the starting 11, what Pep going to do. Okay, I don't know. Maybe Pep puts Oscar Bob at 9. Maybe he does a madness and put KDB at false 9. I don't know.
You do have false 9 options. You're not lacking in options in regards to attack. Out and out strikers, yes, but like false 9, Foden can do it and De Bruyne can do it. So you got two people who are more than capable of playing as false 9.
We have people that are capable of playing false 9, but there's for every action there's a reaction. This five defenders, this low block, this congested 18-yard box. You know what it doesn't work well with? It doesn't work well against a false 9 with defenders don't care whether that player vacates the striker position and goes into the midfield. They don't care. You need a killer up front. And I'm mostly worried with health. Let me just be clear.
Okay.
Holland's healthy. I'm calm. I'm big chested. I'm out here with my 250 bench press being like, yeah, the league's mine. But if Holland is injured, and like you said, we got many false 9 options, false 9's not going to do me any favors with the low block. You saw Arteta, you saw Klopp when he was here. Those guys were like, nah, we'll defend for our lives. Yeah, it's our home ground. We'll still defend like you guys are the most dangerous attacking team in the world. We had Ancelotti come to the Etihad and say, you know what, I'm going to play for a draw. So when we have something like that, false 9 really isn't going to help us because there's not going to be any vacancy. There's not going to be any room made. We're going to...
Correct me if I'm wrong. Has Pep not won a league title? 2 league titles at City playing false 9s? Or am I mistaken?
Arguably, you can say one season.
Okay,
we won playing the false 9.
Was it 2 people or 1? But we've had success playing false 9. The season before Haaland got there, correct? You won the league playing false 9. And the season before, between Aguero and Haaland not being there, was it not? Hey, let me know in the chat. Are you sure?
No. no.
Are you sure?
If you wanna push
Go on,
things,
carry on.
we went one season without Aguero really delivering, and it was a scoring by committee.
Oh, so false nine.
False nine, yeah. But again, with that false nine system and what Pep realized why he was always in the market to try to get a Harry Kane, and when we were flirting around with potentially getting Cristiano Ronaldo, and you guys were losing your minds and made sure that
I wish you
he
lot
got.
gone.
Yeah, stop it. Yeah, you wish that
I wish
now.
you lot.
But
Yeah, I wish that.
but when
I
you
wish
had
that at the time. I said Pep's
mhm.
too smart for that bullshit. Pep ain't
But
going
when
that.
yeah, but Rio Ferdinand being like, "Yo, get the man back at my club." When all that was going down, Pep knew that the defense that we were facing required a killer up front. It required a striker, and it's not a coincidence that the year before we won the treble, he went in the market and brought two strikers to the club. Julian Alvarez and Holland came to the club at the same time. Now we're
So
going to
I'm
be
looking.
down to Holland.
So I'm looking here. 2021, Aguero barely played, and then Haaland didn't get there till 22-23. So you played the 2021, 2020, 21 season and played the 21-22 season without strikers. And did you win both those years?
No, the
You,
2021 season was when Liverpool won it.
oh, Liverpool won it. So you've won one season with
We
the
won one
false
season
nine.
without. Now, yeah, we
Okay,
can play the
that's
false nine, yeah, but in terms
yeah.
of, but Flawless, this is
I'm
where it
listening.
comes back. This is where
I'm
it comes
listening.
all back. We don't win. We don't win the treble playing false nine.
No, I agree with
Best
that.
believe. Like, and so when
Actually, you could. I think it's just on the quality. I think it's just on the quality.
nah,
I think
I don't.
no.
I don't think that quality matches a Real Madrid that we would face when we
Oh
kind
yeah,
of.
they different level. No, I hear that. I hear that.
But that's
I
what
hear
we need to be thinking about all the time. I know no one else in the Prem is thinking about Champions League and what they and how
no.
they need to
It's,
match up against Real Madrid.
yeah,
You
because you
get
are the two best teams, man. Because Arsenal are in there. We know they don't do shit in Europe. Villa is Villa, and then Liverpool maybe. Well, obviously, it's a new manager, new regime, so there isn't really too much expect. So it's on you. You're Big Bad City, 4 Peats. What does that say behind you? Manchester City had the first side in the entire history of the top flight to win the title in 4 consecutive seasons.
yeah,
Hey, heavy is the head that wears the crown, man. When you are the king, you have to do king shit.
and
That's where we're at.
but this is what I'm saying. And when
Yeah.
you're at the top, when you're the king, you don't get weaker.
Nah, man.
You get stronger. And Julian Alvarez, the departure of him does make us weaker, does make us vulnerable. We will have to play extremely smart with how we manage Erling
I
Haaland.
don't know if it does with the addition of Savio. I'm not gonna lie. I think Savio's a better fit.
Now,
And you got
if Savio can come centrally at times when, because again, am I going to be banked that Erling's going to be playing 100% of the games? Probably not.
yeah,
So
but
who's
even with
playing
that,
centrally when I need that? Is it going to be Savio? Is it Pep
nah,
doing his false nine thing? Is
I
it
think
Oscar Bob?
Foden or De Bruyne, and you're calm with those two.
Putting midfielders at in the striker position.
As a 9, as a false 9, yeah, that's fine.
Nah,
That's fine.
Listen,
And then you got more, and you got more threat out wide with Savio. Because that's one thing you didn't really have last season. Savio's something different to what you have. That's why even though Alvarez, I think, is a good player, there you have
See,
more players.
you're making me get all tactics on you.
No. You have more players closer to Alvarez level than you do Savio. Savio starts for you, lot, correct?
Potentially, yeah, he's got the chance to start, but
Not potentially. On
no, it is
paper right
potentially.
now. On
I don't
paper
know.
right now.
I don't
Who's
know.
your best? All right, so take Savio out of it. Who's your best right winger?
It's consistently it's been Bernardo Silva.
Okay, so we get Bernardo Silva, and then best left winger.
Last season was Doku.
All right, and Savio can play right and left, but I believe he played right. Savio's better than Doku. That's an instant upgrade.
But what we need,
That's a huge upgrade.
Flawless,
And then you could play, you know what? You could play Bernardo Silva false 9, De Bruyne false 9, or false. I forgot about Bernardo Silva. I forgot. You know who else you could play false 9? That £100 million player you got called Jack Grealish. That's another person who can play false 9.
Pep did that year one. Didn't look nice.
Yeah, because it takes it. You know this. You said this. It takes a year for people to get adapted to Pep's system. Did you not say this about Doku? Do you not expect to see a better a better Doku?
Yeah, there's getting used to Pep's system, but then there's also being played out of position at striker false 9. That's also learning another system on top of that. I'm gonna say this.
I forgot you had Bernardo Silva. That's crazy. Forgot.
Yeah. Hopefully next season is gonna be a madness. But this year, when I look at what I was able to do at quote unquote full strength, and then what I was able not to do last season, and I'm going into a season again, addition by Savio, subtraction by Julian Alvarez. I'm like, yo, do I just expect to maybe, as crazy as it sounds, do I expect to go down to the wire to win the Prem again? Should that be my expectations? Should I? I'm actually, funny enough, I'm actually calm if this might end up being a trophyless season, because when we've been what we were last year and we won by 2 points, I should accept that the 2 points might not be possible with the exit of Julian Alvarez.
He used to say Arsenal. He used to say you're not better than you were last season. He used to say Arsenal are not worse than they were last season.
No. How are we better from last season with an addition of Savio, but the reduction or subtraction of Julian Alvarez?
Because I think Savio's something out wide you don't have. That's why. Savio's something different. Your wide players are not. Bernardo Silva I rate highly. Jack Grealish hasn't really. Jack Grealish is good, but I don't know what's happened to him at Manchester City. Doku's rubbish.
You need to stop.
Savio, Doku's rubbish. It's okay, man. You got all your other attackers are on point. Doku is rubbish.
Let me write this down because I need to
write it down, man. Doku is rubbish. What are we talking about here? It's just you. Doku is absolute garbage. What's
the date again?
It's the 7th of August now, technically 6th of August for you. 7th of August. Doku is rubbish.
Flawless.
But in regards to, I've been saying this. Here we go, Doku hype. We got me and TJ on the same page again. But the point I'm making is, I think Savio is a great addition because not only can he play wide right, you can then play Bernardo Silva and Kevin De Bruyne essentially, and then play Foden as the false 9. Or you could play De Bruyne as the false 9, Foden, Bernardo Silva, and Rodri. And then on the other side, you could have Jack Grealish. United fans, what?
Are the worst tacticals.
Why are we the worst? Why are we the worst? Why am I the worst tacticals? Go on, explain. Why am I? Go on.
Because with a KDB or a midfielder centrally, they don't have that nose for goal. They don't. They want to pass it into the net instead of that instinctful
facts.
Get onto the end and it's just a goal. Holland, if you want an example of what instinct is, nose for goal, just making something out of nothing, look at Holland versus RB Leipzig.
Yeah, Haaland, don't get misunderstood. In front of goal, like I know what time you're a better side with Haaland. Yes, he's
Julian Alvarez is not to the same degree, and this is why I understand him leaving the club. This is why I understand, because he was never going to surpass Erling Haaland. He was never going to be the first name at striker. I get it, but he also had that instinct in terms of where he was going to position himself, where he could react to a possible deflection. Midfielders do not do that. Midfielders look to pass it into the net. Midfielders always look for the peel off, that cutback. They rarely run near or far post. And this is where I'm like, I'm not trying to be doom and gloom, but I can already see it. I can already see the low crosses. I can already see the overpassing. Nothing aerially is going to happen. Nothing. So I'm gonna remain calm because the transfer window is not closed. What City ends up doing, my gut is telling me they don't buy an attacking player. They probably look for coverage for my future Ballon d'Or winner in terms of Rodri. They probably do something there. And then we go through the season and we see what happens. My dream signing, which I think would destroy the Prem, would be Ivan Toney.
Yeah, that's what we need is Ivan Toney pitching up at your place.
Ivan Toney accepting that role of being backup to Erling Haaland. Every time he comes on, he's got a chip on his shoulder. Let me show you how nice I am. The fact that so many clubs have passed on him as well. I think his price tag is like down to 20 mil or something stupid like that.
Yeah, again, because he's got a year left on his deal, so you're talking 30-40 M's. Well, yeah, Ivan Toney's not. That's what you're thinking about here. Yeah, you did say dream.
That's a dream right there. That's a dream because that would irk everybody.
You did say dream.
Everybody.
You did say dream. But no, to little bro who says City, the City make it 5 consecutive, or do you think someone will end their streak? Little bro, nobody's ending their streak. And you know this. And Veta knows it's only Veta here. No one else thinks Arsenal are better than Manchester City. No. It's only you, Veta.
Doesn't TJ think they're better?
No. It's just you.
Wow.
I spoke to a few people who have said that they think Arsenal beat the league, but that's more so in the H word, hope. That's where it comes from. Because they're just tired of you lot winning. Shout out to my guy Taz when I had him on the fan calling show. He even said that because he has Arsenal winning the league. And then I asked him why, and he said, we can't have City winning 5. And I said, I hear that.
No, City winning 5 is actually good because
it's
Pep
but it's all hope. Yeah, Pep just needs to leave now, but that's a whole different conversation. But that's just hope.
He leaves after 5.
Same way with Manchester United, with people thinking that we gonna do better than we are. Hope. It's just hope. Yeah, it's hope.
Wait. It's
hope.
What do you mean better than you are? What's the
doing
what's
like
the logic? What's the logical?
Like when people talk top 3, top 4, logically 6. We ain't doing no better than 6. Because as I've been asking all summer long, and I've been getting hilarious responses to, and I'm going to continue to ask it before the season or during the season, where are our goals coming from? Shout out to Z. He's not here. I asked him this earlier because he was like, "Oh, you just being negative and da-da-da."
Yeah.
I said, "Where do you have us finishing?" He said, "Top 4." I said, "Okay, cool. Who's scoring our goals?" He said, "The goals will be spread out." I said, No. Look at our front 6, front 7, and give me who is scoring. I want numbers. Let's break this down because this is long format content. So the reason why you're shaking your head because you know exactly where I'm spot on. So I said, let's break this down.
No, you're not spot on. We talked about this.
He had our. So I'm going to ask you the same question in a second as well. He had our front seven. So it was Rashford, Garnacho, Højlund, Xerxes, Diallo, Bruno. I'm missing someone. Sancho. He had those, so we named those 7. He named those 7. He had those 7 scoring 78 league goals.
Okay.
What do you mean? Okay, 78 league goals between that, not the whole team, those 7.
Yeah, that's a lot of goals.
That's that's completely unrealistic. That means if they score 78 league goals and the rest of the team get 22, that means Manchester United will score 100 Premier League goals.
Well, that's not happening. But
exactly, that's not happening because you are a man with a brain veil.
But
do you think it's possible? Do you think it's possible Manchester United's front 7 I just named get 78 league goals between them?
No.
Okay, all right. But, so we have some form of normacy and some form of sense in the building, and I'm not going crazy.
But those 7 players could deliver 50 plus goals. 7 players could give you 50 plus goals.
Okay, and what's the numbers? But that's a lot less goals. So wait, 50 plus. What we saying? How much? 58? We saying?
Yeah, 50, 55.
Put a number on it. What we saying? We got to put a number on it.
Put 55. 55
okay,
goals
so
between
55.
7 players.
There's a huge difference in scoring 55 goals and 78 goals. It's a huge difference.
Yeah,
that is not even close.
But this is where we are on different pages, and you don't want to see it my way. I'm like, concede less. Make the games ugly. Make the games where it's like a 0-0 stinker.
With who?
Well, the injury. This is before the whole injuries, right?
Forget the injuries. Do we have the manager to do that? No. Do we have the individual quality to do that? No. Defensively. So why are we all of a sudden going to concede much less goals?
I mean, you could concede less goals. It's just a matter of
no. It's a significant amount. If you're saying we don't score at the top end, we have to defensively shut up shop.
Yeah.
Is this team good enough to do that?
The first season under Ten Hag, didn't you?
Yeah, we had a very good defense.
Yeah, you conceded like 40 something.
Yes. And do you think he's gonna? And do you think he's gonna revert back to that and play like that?
He might. He might.
Again, no, Mike. We know he's not going to.
We gotta wait and see.
He's not going to. Don't hit me with the wait and see. He's not going to. We know this.
Other than the big dogs, right? Other than the Cities, Liverpools, Arsenals, you guys could stink out like some games with regards to 0-0s, ugly, nasty.
What, by conceding 20 shots a game?
Well, that's got to change as well. But
okay, why is that going to change? Again, this is the thing. Why is that going to change?
Because you'll be better organized in the midfield.
Why will we be better organized in the midfield with the same midfielders?
You have Mano, you have Bruno knowing their roles better.
Same midfielders as last year. Bruno knows his role better at 30 years old.
Yeah, but Maino's a lot more experienced.
Yeah, because Maino is defensively shuts down people.
Listen. We're gonna wait. We're gonna wait for the transfer window.
Yeah. It's wait and see. Yeah.
No, we're gonna wait for the transfer
Maino,
window.
my guy. I love Maino. Maino's top quality, but let's not act like Maino's added to the defensive side of things.
Your manager, not your manager. Actually, let me take that away because your manager is not making these decisions.
All right.
anymore.
So, what do you think our front 6-7 goals? Let me hear your numbers. Then we'll go from there. How many goals does Rashford get this season in the Premier League?
Rashford's back to his purple patch. I saw him in that last game versus Liverpool. He had a sexy pause. He had a sexy touch, right foot. He just went a little wide. But Rashford's gonna be on smoke this year.
Okay, so numbers. One second. Let me pull up the calculator because it's gonna be good. I've enjoyed doing this, so this is gonna be good. So I need Premier League goals. Go on.
He'll give you Prem
10. Yeah.
He'll give you 15.
15. Okay, cool. So we're getting 15 from Rashford. Cool. Right. So we getting 15 from Rashford.
15,
cool.
15 from Rashford.
15 from Rashford. Okay. How many's
how long is Højlund out for?
6 weeks. Højlund's out for 6
weeks.
Damn. 6 weeks. So 15 from Rashford. How many's Højlund giving us in the league? He got 10 last season.
He's easily giving you 10 again.
Okay, so 10 from Højlund. Cool. Højlund 10.
Easy.
Cool. Garnacho?
Garnacho will give you 7.
7? Cool. Xerxes?
That's the unknown right there.
Yeah.
That's the
we can take a guess. It is unknown. So Xerxes. You got 11 in Serie A.
Yeah. I think he'll be better than Højlund. So give him 1-2 more goals than Højlund.
So 11 or 12?
Yes, 12.
12. Okay, so 12 from Xerxes. Sancho?
He's more creative, man. Sancho's going to give you 6.
6? Diallo?
I like Diallo.
Yeah, I'm a big fan. Diallo?
8. Maybe 9.
9? All right. Bruno?
Bruno's taking pens.
Yeah. You got 10.
He'll give you 12.
So Bruno will give us 12. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
That'd be a record for Bruno in the last 3 years, actually, if he gets 12. He's got 10. I think he's got 10, 8, and 8 or something like that. He's got 12. All right. So we've got here. So 15 for Rashford, 10 for Højlund, 7 for Garnacho, 12 for Xerxes, 6 for Sancho, 9 for Diallo, 12 for Bruno. All right. So that's 15.
Carry the 1.
Plus 10. I've got on the calculator on over laptop. 5, 7.
This is a proper breakdown. I'm not even being extra with it.
No, we're going to get there. I don't know the number of 5 plus 6. Plus. So you have our fronts. Is that 1, 2, 3, 4, 6, 7? You have our front 7 getting 62. You think a lot of them.
And I'll say this.
League goals. Bear in mind, so Vea has our front 7 getting 62 league goals. Bear in mind, the team on a whole last season got 57. All right.
Okay. But what did the team get as a whole the season before?
58.
Okay. 58 to 62. That's not bad. More maturity as well?
No. We doing the Z thing. They got, not the front 7. The team on a whole got 57, 58. That's our front 7 you have getting 62.
I think that's what the expectation should be.
Oh, now it's the E word. Expectation, hope. No. I'm just waiting for 8. I'm just waiting for the other word to come out.
I think that
62
front 7
league goals can get 70, can get 62. All right. Okay. All right. Sure,
they should.
Again, what they should now is that they should do, not what you think.
Now, if they happen to fall off of that, but you get contributions elsewhere, because a team as a whole scoring 62 plus goals as a club, that's actually decent as well.
No, that's poor, but it's just the standards for us are shocking.
For where you're at, for progressing,
it's still shocking.
Season over season.
Newcastle. You know how many goals Newcastle scored last season?
No, we can't do that. Different squad.
Why can't we do that?
Different squad. Just progress, because this is what I want. This is where I'm at.
You know, wait. Do you know how many
Don't look,
goals Luton?
don't look
Wait,
over
you
the
know,
fence,
no.
Wallace.
I won't look
No,
over the fence. I look behind us. You know,
don't,
Luton Town who got relegated. Do you know how many league goals they scored last season?
don't look at that either.
Wait. Do you know how many league? Do you know how many league goals Luton Town scored as a team last season?
No, I don't. No, I don't.
52.
Okay,
They scored 5 less than us,
but they got relegated.
and they got relegated. So we
Right.
barely scored more goals than a championship level side.
But this is what you don't want to listen to me when I say this. If you just keep the goals the way they are, even this inflated number that I'm giving you,
I'm glad you know it's inflated. Appreciate that.
I
Appreciate that. Yeah, I'm glad you know it's inflated. Yeah, I'm glad.
I also believe that there's going to be a better sound defensive understanding of the squad.
Yeah.
So you're going to by just subtracting the amount of goals that you're going to be having against you, you're going to be better. And this is what I'm saying. United fans don't want to hear this. Expect ugly games though. Don't expect the Ten Hag to be like possession based. Expect defending for your lives, counter. It's not even going to be as sexy as what Ollie did with regards to your counter football. Ten Hag is managing for his career survival. These games will be ugly.
Oh yeah, we know that United play ugly football. That's one thing we agree on. I'm not expecting anything different. I think it will look a lot like last season. But I just think I'm glad you said it yourself. Inflated. Hear what he said. Hear what Veta said. People, inflated number. That lets you know. Hope. Hear how he said hope. And anytime you hear hope, inflation, or expectation, that's where you know when people are answering questions and making predictions on United. I've heard those 4 words. Aura. I've heard those 4. I've heard aura. I've heard expectation. I've heard
aura.
Hope. Yeah, aura. Yeah. Not from you, but others have said aura. Yeah.
That's a weird one. Yeah,
it is. But we hear how he said with the goals, 62, inflation. Because if we get 62 goals from our front 7, let's say the rest of the team get 20 goals, which I don't think. That means we're scoring 80 plus goals. I think that is far from where we are as a team. Far from that. If we score 80 plus goals, we would be, if you compare to that, we would be 4th on the list of highest goal scorers.
Yeah, I would never say 80 based off of the others. Like the other scoring for you guys.
No, but they would because you said 62 from the front 7. The rest of them are gonna at least get 20, at least gonna get 18. Nah. But you don't think the rest of our team will get 18 overall?
But this is what I want to do. The same way you want to list out the 7, who might be the other players to sprinkle in these other goals though?
I know, make some out, man. You know what I'm saying? Fluid goal scorer, man. You know what I'm saying? Frequent goal scorer, Anthony. You know what I'm saying?
See, now you're doing what you accused me of doing when you mentioned Mason Mount and Anthony. How many goals are they coming up with? Let me put you on the spot then. Talking about the 15 or potential 20 goals that are coming elsewhere. Who's going to give you those goals then?
The 15 or 7, that's what potential the 22 from Casemiro, Anthony. The rest of the team overall, Casemiro.
How many is Cass going to give you?
I think Cass could give you a 7. He got 7 last season. I think he could give you a 6 or 7.
Okay. All right.
McTominay will give you about 5.
Okay.
Anthony will give you like 3.
Okay.
And then how many is that? 7? You not know that. That's 15 right there. And then I think you can get 6 from, not 6. You can get 8 from everybody else combined.
Okay.
You can get 8 goals from everybody else. Yes.
So you take those goals, and now the number that I gave you, not knowing United as well as you do, just take a few off.
Again, that's what I'm saying. The 62 that you said yourself is inflated is absolutely crazy. That's what I'm talking about. It's absolutely crazy that people think this forward line is going to get. Yours is actually yours is one of the most reasonable because I've heard 70 and I've heard 70.
No, but that's what I do. That's what I do. I'm reasonable.
No. Hear what? Let me say that again. Yours is the most reasonable out of the ones I've heard because I've heard some crazy ones. So you saying 62 sounds extremely reasonable when I've heard 70 and I heard 78 today and I've heard 75. So you're the first under 70, which I think is crazy that people think we even getting plus 60 when the team combined can't even get over 60 goals. But all of a sudden, our attacking players are going to transform and be bagging goals. Why? Like, let's look at this. Rashford 15, I could actually hear that. Højlund's going to get less game time and score 10 goals. So I don't see him getting more than 10 goals. I think he gets less. What else did you say? Garnacho 7, maybe. I think Xerxes 12 is very optimistic. Sancho 6, I hear it. I don't think Diallo gets 9 because I don't think he gets the game time. And Bruno getting 10 is reasonable. So I think that's it. I think a Rashford 15, Højlund 10. I think Garnacho 7's a push. Then Garnacho gets like 5. Xerxes, I don't think gets 12. I think he gets like 8.
Sorry,
Sancho
Flawless.
5.
Do that.
Diallo gets like 3.
Do that breakdown for the viewers. I just got to step away for a second.
Yeah. I'm gonna do the breakdown for you. Like, no stress, man. That being said, people, run up the likes, hit the subscribe button. Again, let me know, people. Why? Let me actually do the numbers myself and see what I've got our front 7 getting. Let me have a look. So I don't think Rashford gets 15. I don't think Rashford gets 15. I really don't. I go Rashford. I think Rashford gets 12. Rashford 12. Bruno 10. Garnacho 6. Xerxes, I think will get like 8. Sancho like 5. Diallo like, I even think Diallo gets game time. Say 3 for Diallo. How many is that? 1 second. Is that the 7? Wait, 1 sec. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yeah, I got a 7 to get like 44. Something like that. Did I miss anybody out? Let me know in the chat. Did I miss anybody out? I said Rashford. I said Garnacho. I said Bruno. I said Xerxes. I said Højlund. I said Diallo. I said Sancho. That's 7, right? Yeah, that's 7. Let me make sure I got these numbers right. Yeah, because the 15 and 10, even that's a stretch. I swear I said 12 and 10. Oh, no, it's gone as 1. 1 second. 12 and 10, so that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I'm missing someone. Let me clear the history of this. Who am I missing? I'm missing one player. Even that is being generous. You get like 58, 50, probably score like 59. Keep saying this. Goals. 1 second. Let me do this again. I feel like I'm missing someone. Right. So Rashford like 12. Garnacho. How many did Garnacho like 6? Yeah, goal scorer like that. Garnacho like 6. I think Højlund will get 10. Xerxes will get. Xerxes will get like 8. Diallo gets like 3. Sancho gets like 6. Yeah, that's the 7. Yeah, about 45. It's about 45. Something like that. Might actually crack 60. Yeah, we back to the 70 goals. I'm here trying to, because Veta told me that we getting 62. Our front 7 is getting 62, Sheik. 62. I was putting it together here. I've said 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah, 7. Yeah. 1, 2. Yeah. Who? Nah, I've not seen SGA taking shots at Murray. I read it as Manchester. And I was like, huh? So that's 1, that's 2. Ah, yeah, it's 7. Yeah, 45. And then what? The rest of the team gonna get, we might actually crack 60. What do you reckon we'll get with Xerxes? Maybe we get what, 62, 63? Something like that. 15, 20 goals. About 65. I did in Xerxes. Oh yeah. Probably get 60. Yeah. 65. And even some of these numbers, I'm generous. Even Garnacho 6. Højlund 10. Generosity. Let me see. Because let me have a look at Garnacho's numbers. Hold up. Let me see. Looking for personal best. I did Bruno. Oh shit. Did I add Bruno's? Might not even added Bruno's numbers to that. Yeah, Garnacho got 7. Flawless Mark is going to improve our attack. There's a reason why he's in number 7. Yeah, man, he did wonders at Chelsea. Did absolute wonders at Chelsea. But you lot get your questions in as well. Feel like I'm missing someone out. Flawless Saeed said earlier, 80 goals guaranteed. Is that that's the whole team though, right? Maybe I have it at 55. I felt like I'm missing someone. I don't think I added Bruno. Maybe I didn't. Let's see. Let's go again. Rashford 12. Garnacho 7. Højlund 9, because he is injured. Xerxes 7. Sancho 5. One sec. This is this shit moving crazy. Oh yeah. Did it add on? This calculator is terrible. I have to wipe the memory. I turned all of Hassam's chat against it. What happened? Tell me. What happened? What happened? Bill Little Bro says, I've said this before, but I don't think Xerxes will get as much goals as he just joined the Premier League. As he just joined the Premier League and Serie A and only got 12 goals. Yeah, I think it was 11 though, bro. It was 11. Let me do this again. All this. Yeah, what happened with Z? This has to be a hot topic of conversation because it's one I still can't get my head around. I really can't. I really can't. So Rashford 12. Garnacho. I'll give Garnacho 8. There we go. Højlund 9. Xerxes 7. I think Diallo gets game time. Diallo 3. Sancho 5. Bruno 10. All right. So we might do better. I got us getting 54. That's adding in Xerxes goals. That's 54. So, okay. Shit. Maybe we do better than I expected. Holy fuck. Holy fuck. How much did the rest of our team get? Last season. I'm saying that's 54. I just brought up, he said that he's 78 goals for our front six and the chat was going mad. Facts. And he tried to spin it around on me. Because the thing is, with as well, on top of that, if our attack is getting 60 plus goals or 70 plus goals, that means we're attacking on the front foot, which creates more opportunities for everybody else. So it creates more opportunities for an Anthony, for a Mount, for a Casemiro, for a Maino, for our centre-backs, for our full-backs. I don't see these men doing that much. How many goals? Let me have a look at Manchester United's goal scorers last season. All right, goal scorers. What was it? 2023-24 season. Let's have a look here. Let's see. Oh, that's the whole, what's it called? I just need, anyone got a site where it just gives me the Premier League? This is just the Premier League. All right, cool. Yeah, stat moves. See, look, 10-10, which was Bruno and Højlund. Rashford 7, McTominay 7, Garnacho 7, Maino 3, Dalot 2, Maguire 2, Ahmad 1. Who else? Martial 1, Eriksen 1, Hannibal 1, Mount 1, Varane 1, Lindelof 1, Did Casemiro only get 1 goal? Crazy. Casemiro only scored once. New midfield, different coaching tactics. And Bruno, who's the different midfield currently as constructed? So if we take out, so McTominay got 7, Maino 3, Dalot 2, that's 12, Maguire 14, Martial replaced by Xerxes, Eriksen 15, Hannibal 16, Mount 17, Varane 18, Lindelof 19, Casemiro 20, Anthony 21. All right. Believe this when I see it. Believe this fucking shit when I see it. We'll see. We'll see. Yeah. Veta's rolling back. You just sorting out some stuff. In the Premier League or Cup game. This is Premier League. Flawless, what do you think of Atletico Madrid spending 70 million on Gallagher and Alvarez? Don't get it. Alvarez, to an extent, I understand. Don't get the Gallagher one. Oh, they sell it. What are they getting rid of? Where's Griezmann going? Yeah, and this is crazy. Ibrahim, this is also equally as crazy. He called Murray a choker and said he only shows up with Joe. Right, that's crazy. Mazza. We are not getting more than 45, I'll be real. What, from the front 7, front 6, you saying? I had him, I need to rearrange that, because I don't think we're even getting 50. I think the Kool-Aid has side effects. You know, like smell like secondhand smoke. That's what that is. That's the secondhand Kool-Aid, man. Like it's in the air. The Kool-Aid scent in the air. It's like, I don't think so. I'm gonna have to revise this. Because I don't think that frat attack's getting 50 plus. The attack. I don't think so. Looking there, you got, I don't see Bruno 10 I can hear. I don't think Højlund gets 10. I think Rashford gets more. Garnacho gets 1 more. And that's pretty much it. You add in Xerxes goals. Diallo and Sancho, I don't think get game time. And people say 10 for Sancho and 10 for Diallo. I don't think they get game time like that. If they do, that can change everything. Well, you don't rotate. You're going to be playing the same players, man. Be saying the same players, playing the same players. For real. Well, everyone thinks different tactics and all this. And all right. Flawless, do we have improved the squad? We lost Varane and this Euro kid isn't a Varane. No, we haven't improved the squad on paper. Absolutely not, Ibrahim. We haven't improved. We haven't improved the squad. No, I don't think so. And Bruno says he'll be out quick then. Because why? I don't know why everyone's so convinced that any of us will get rid of him. Why? If we're performing poorly, why would they get rid of him? We performed poorly last season and they kept him mainly because of the FA Cup. So why now all of a sudden will they get rid of him if we're performing poorly in the next season? I don't get it. I'm lost. And Bruno because of rude. Like, in what sense? This is where I get lost. This is what don't make no sense to me. So what, for them to give Rude the job? Is that what we're saying? 2-0 Madrid. Oh, they playing Chelsea, aren't they? Yeah. Chelsea can hold that still. I think, like I said, Warrior J, I think it was Premier League. Yeah, Madrid is levels. H said he tried saying Chelsea front line got 70 plus and it was the whole team. Yeah, man, try lie. The man get caught out. People like Z and others, when they get caught out when we're having these conversations, because certain people just be in the chat just saying anything. And because I don't mention it or call it out, we'll continue to say anything. So no, it don't work like that. It don't work like that. Like, eventually you just catch the comment, will catch my eye and go, all right, let's have the discussion. Because with me and Z, I was the one who, he actually said something about, Flawless is just being negative. So then I said to him, where are we finishing? He said 4th. I said, who's scoring the goals? He said, they'll spread out. I said, no, give me the numbers of the front 7. And then when he gave me the numbers of the front 7, you see how silly it sounds. Same way there was someone else in the chat who I'm not going to name, who was trying to crash it on Sandenberg and called Sandenberg injury prone. Sandenberg ain't been injured since 2021. So how's he injury prone? People just say anything. People just be saying absolutely anything. Big up Veta back in the cut as well. What are you telling me, Veta?
Yeah, man. Yeah, apologies.
Oh, good, man.
Listen, I stepped away and I thought about it. If the goals haven't been the goals like that over at United, and you're also telling me you don't really have that much confidence in you guys being more defensively sound, am I hearing that you've pretty much put Manchester United in a top 6 finish? Like 6th is probably where things will net out?
6 is best. I think 6th, 7th. That's where the 6th best.
Okay. And is that because you probably have the 6th best manager?
No. You have the 6th best manager. You're not even in the slightest. That's on the team.
You think the players deliver?
Yeah, that's on the players. That's
despite the manager.
Yeah, despite like winners winning the FA Cup. That's more so on the players. It's more so on the players though.
Okay.
You set up well, in the FA Cup final, but before that, it's like it was more on the players.
Yeah. No, you guys were set up very well in the FA, and other United fans didn't want to hear me actually give praise to Ten Hag.
I praised him for that.
All right.
I said, Colin. I said he did very well. If he set up like that all season long, I'd have so much less criticism of him. Should have just done set up like that.
We'll see what he does. I mean, we'll see what he does with the season. I think the stripping of responsibility and just making him have to deal with the X's and O's. Sorry, that's a American football term. But when you got to deal with just the instructions and tactics, we'll see. Now, when we talk about expectations, Flawless, and I see it I see it in the chat when I watch the show afterwards, because like you know, I'm a freestyler. I'm not in the chat right now.
Yeah,
So
I get you. I do the same thing
right
when
here.
I'm over people's channels. I do the same thing.
So I'll go back and see what was disliked, what they were hating on, or what they appreciated. But when we talk about expectations, and everybody wants to be like City, it should be automatic. You should be winning the league. You know, the trophy that I want.
Go on.
The trophy that I want is the Carabao Cup.
Why do you want the Carabao Cup?
Because I've seen the frenzy. I've seen the frenzy that it happens to make. Why are you shaking your head, Flawless? What's going on? Those of you on Spotify,
you want the Carabao Cup. You're in for the Prem and the champs, and you want the Carabao Cup. You want the least prestigious trophy out of all.
No. I want the first trophy of the year. That's what I want.
Oh, so you want it in addition, then, is what you're saying?
Hey, there's no guarantees on what the club's able.
No, but you want it in addition. If there's one trophy, if there's one trophy, you could. If there's one trophy, you could definitely have. You're not picking the Carabao Cup.
No, if there's one trophy, no. If there's one trophy, no.
And if there's two trophies you could have, you're not picking the Carabao Cup. And if there's 3 guaranteed trophies, you're not picking the Carabao Cup. What are we doing?
I want to get back to the days when City was winning the Carabao and no one cared about it. I want to take that back. I want it. I want, before everybody was hyping it up, before the likes of the Liverpools and Uniteds, you guys winning it and then talking all, when City were winning it, it was poo-poo, big deal. I want us to go back to that. I want us to go back to get to that trophy that was irrelevant, that was meaningless. I want us to start the season off with that. And then I want the momentum to build off of it. So,
of course, that makes sense. That makes sense. You said that makes sense.
So that's where my expectations are. To say that I want the league and Champions League, that can happen later on. But in February, Carabao, however you want to pronounce it, I want that. I want that. Do you think your club's you think Ten Hag's gonna field a strong team to try and win that?
Of course. Of course. Carabao Cup, of course. Without doubt, he'll field a strong team for that. Absolutely.
Would you be upset if he didn't?
Nah, target 100% target.
Okay, all right. So we speak the same thing. We speak in the same language.
No. Because
Flawless, how you doing this? Those of you in the chat, how's Flawless being like? Yeah,
our expectation levels is different, and where we're at as clubs are completely different.
You're Manchester United.
Yes, and we kept a manager
terrible
who finished
accent.
8th.
I know, terrible accent.
Yeah,
Let me work on it.
we kept a manager who finished 8th with a minus goal difference and had his worst ever had our worst ever Premier League season. We also kept a manager who had his worst ever Champions League campaign. Who also had the worst ever Champions League campaign in Manchester United history. Who also had the worst ever Champions League campaign in English history. Also had the worst ever Champions League campaign in British history. Also, we lost 14 of our 38 league games. We are Manchester United in name only. We are no longer Manchester United in terms of expectations, in terms of level. Nowhere near that.
I want the way you've looked at it and be like, you've like humbled yourself to a new beginning. Yes. I want us to hold on to the roots of winning this trophy. So if we happen to have going punch for punch this season for it, I welcome it. And that is the first target that I have with regards to Pep and these players. And again, we've got Savio new to the club. We've got the rise to ranks in terms of James McAtee that have never lifted a trophy for the club. So I would love February. And I know it's early to be talking, but when we talk about expectations, that's what I want. Can I also say this real quick with regards to Manchester City? And you kind of lapped on it. Mad disrespectful. Those of you on Spotify, when I was speaking, Flawless was mad disrespectful when I was talking about the toughest season approaching and this being the toughest season.
Yeah, because Arsenal juggernaut, man. Scary.
Arsenal a problem.
Scary.
Arsenal were 2 points off flawless. Why do you act like it was a huge point gap?
It was because mathematically they was there. You are
Yeah.
spot on. Mathematically, they was there. Realistically, they were never going to win the league title. And I said that all during last season. And we had the conversation on this very show, on this very
You can't
platform.
keep doing this though.
And
I know
who
you
was
said
right?
it.
And I said it. I said it last year,
I
and I
know
said
your
it the season
predictions.
before.
Yeah, I know your
So
predictions were spot
and
on,
they're
but
no better because they need a better manager, they need a better number 9, and they need a better central midfielder.
Arsenal
And they
fans
have not
don't listen
attacked
to
that.
all this. Arsenal
No,
fans
Arsenal
don't
fans
listen.
actually, Arsenal fans don't listen to me. Believe.
No, don't
Yeah.
believe
Believe in your team, man. Believe that you can pick Manchester City. Because I want to see you lot get your heart broke again at the end of the
You know
season.
what? This is
I
what
will
we're gonna
be
do.
there.
This is what we're gonna do. We got homework for the next show.
Go
The next show.
on.
We're gonna list out who are the top 10 managers managing right now.
What, in the Prem?
Because in the Prem.
Okay.
Because you keep saying Arteta's not good enough.
No. Is Arteta a very good manager? Yes. Without doubt, Arteta is a very good manager.
Yeah.
Very good, don't win you the Premier League.
You know what?
Good enough. He's not good enough to win the Premier League. There is
Arteta,
levels to this. There is
Arteta
levels to this.
Arteta can do a managerial job just as equal to the man that's just left Liverpool. He can do a Klopp.
He can't do a Klopp.
He can do a Prem Klopp. He can do that.
He can't do a Klopp.
Yes, he can.
Can't do a Klopp. He's not good enough.
No, he is.
He hasn't done what Klopp has done before Liverpool. He's not better than Dortmund Klopp. He can't win back-to-back Bundesligas. What are we talking about here? He can do. Arteta cannot win. Give Arteta those Dortmund sides against that Bayern Munich side. He is not winning 2 Bundesligas in a row. He's not reaching the Champions League final. What are we talking about here? Is Arteta a very good manager? Yes. Is Arteta better than I expected him to be? Also, yes. Is he one of the better managers in the league? Also, yes. Is he good enough to win the Premier League or Champions League, in my opinion? No. He's not. Because if Pep was to leave, you're not taking him back. You're not saying go get me, Arteta.
No, but this is the thing.
Exactly.
Arsenal can't afford to lose Arteta when Pep happens to go. If Pep wins the 5th, if we win 5, Pep's saying goodbye. We win 5. There's nothing more for him to do, and Arteta is winning the league.
And then it depends on who. And then it depends on who you get. If you get a competent manager, you'll win the league again. If you get a great man, of course you was give Klopp that side. We'll use Klopp as an example. If you give Klopp that City side at the end of next season, he beats Arteta to a league title. Of course he does. What is that? Okay. So explain to me. Explain to me. No. It's not about rating Klopp too much. What has Arteta done that is better than Klopp?
It's not so much about what's better. It's about how he set his club up. This is where I look at what Arteta's done over the last 2 years. Him bursting out of the blocks 2 seasons ago, and him falling off a little bit, getting that club back into competitiveness, even with how he was able to manage Arsenal to be able to defeat Liverpool with regards to these last 2 seasons. And this is the most experience in terms of Jurgen Klopp, and this is Arteta learning on the fly. So when I look at what he's done, and the only reason why Arteta's fallen short is because of Pep.
No, he's not falling. He's falling short because he's not good enough. If you're on top of the league, let Liverpool be top of the league under Klopp for 94% of the league. They're winning the league title. Let Liverpool be in a position. Let Liverpool be in a position that Arsenal were in this past season. They win the league those 2 seasons. The difference is the Liverpool's the side. No. The City sides that Liverpool faced are nowhere close to the level of the sides now. In regards to City sides, if I'm a Liverpool fan, I'm kicking myself 100%. These ain't the best City sides.
Flawless. You're giving Jurgen Klopp and you're giving Liverpool too much credit. This is the same team.
It's not the same team.
No, but listen, this is the team that won the Champions League the year before and then lost to City by 1 point.
Who?
Right?
Liverpool. You're talking about Liverpool. Yeah. And that Liverpool side, is much better than that Liverpool side is much better than this Arsenal side. It's much better. It's clear.
Clear.
What What are we talking about here? It's clear, Vato.
At the same time, you're going to make me be Vader hater and have to
Yeah,
dig up the amount of points that Liverpool happened to drop to allow City to get back into winning the league by 1
Yeah,
point.
they did.
Like, so the quote unquote rebranding that they tried to do with their mentality monsters nonsense, they fell short. This is why I'm trying to say Arteta deserves to be recognized, to be like, listen, you're managing well.
Recognized? No. Finish that sentence. Recognized as what? What does he deserve to be recognized by, in your opinion?
He's easily one of the top managers in the Prem.
I don't dispute that. He is one of the top managers in the Prem.
Yeah.
I don't. But just because you're one of the top managers in the Prem does not mean I think you're good enough to win a league title, because that's a different level. Being one of the top managers in the Prem is a different kettle of fish as to just going to winning a league title or winning the Champions League is much different to just being a top level manager in the Prem.
I gotta disagree with you, because it's just the juggernaut of Manchester City and Pep. That's the only thing that stopped Arteta. Arteta's proven that he's been able to manage the last 2 seasons better than Klopp.
What stopped Liverpool? Manchester City and Pep.
What stopped Liverpool, Manchester City, and Pep? Yeah,
but
you wouldn't have said that Klopp isn't good enough to win the Prem.
No,
he's not good enough to win more than one.
No. I wouldn't have said. No, I wouldn't have said. I actually did say that about Klopp afterwards. I think he was just done at that time with that Liverpool side and the way they was moving. That's what it is.
Okay.
Do I believe on Klopp's resume, does it look like he has enough to win a league title with Liverpool just off his resume alone before he got to Liverpool? Yeah, because of what he'd done. But after I said that about him, that was more so. Actually, now you're proving my point. Yeah, Klopp is a prime example. Yes, actually, you are spot on. You're proving my point. I don't think Klopp after that point was good enough to go and win a league title or Champions League, and I still think he's better than Arteta.
Yikes!
Because neither of them are good enough. Now, I think Klopp I think also why I said that more about Klopp was the way Liverpool managed. I put it this way. Yes, I do now, that because this is me thinking about this on air. When I said that about Klopp, it was more based off Liverpool.
Okay.
And how they maneuver and how they spend, that I said that. Whereas give Klopp 800 million to spend or 600 million or whatever Arsenal have spent. I think he's capable? Yes.
Nah.
Yeah.
Nah. There's a reason why Klopp never got the blank check. There's a reason why nobody gets the
they don't have one. They don't exist there.
No.
Don't exist there.
Yeah. But I'm saying, even if he were to go over to Arsenal, there's a reason why even the club themselves wouldn't trust him to spend on what he wanted. Nah, he doesn't have that.
I think they would trust him eventually. I think
he doesn't have that credit rating. He would have never gotten that credit rating. So you think so?
Arteta did. Yeah, because Arteta did. They gave the checkbook to Arteta. So why would they not give it to Klopp? He would have done more than Arteta at that point. Bear in mind, when I said that about Klopp, when I said that about Klopp, that was more so about Liverpool and the situation he was in, because you have to spend money, and Liverpool don't spend like that.
Flawless. I've said this, and I'm gonna say it again.
Yeah.
The day Arsenal let Arteta leave, and I'm not saying Arteta leave to come over to Manchester City, but the day they let Arteta leave, I'm breathing a sigh of relief.
Yeah, sure, because they took so many trophies off you.
It's not sometimes it's about, damn, I don't want to have to go to the 12th round every time. Get this man out of here. Right? Yeah. So sure. I recognize
sure. Problems at and Arsenal. Scary hours. Havertz up top. Declan Rice and Odegaard and
that's the mistake that they have. They need to get a killer. They need to get a killer.
And they won't get a killer. So back to the original point, when you say this is going to be the toughest season ever, I said, why? That's why I laughed.
No, it is.
They ain't signing nobody, man. They ain't signing no striker. And you know it. I know it. Anyone with a brain knows it. They ain't signing no serious striker, man. They ain't going to sign no serious striker. They ain't going to sign no serious
season late. They're going to do something a season late. So
literally the past two seasons they've needed this.
Yeah, I agree.
Addressed it. They've been here. I've watched this film before, especially with Arsenal, where they don't go and address the areas they need to go and address.
But
so you got nothing to worry about. If put it this way, if they signed as much as I don't rate Arteta in regards to winning the league, if they went and signed a bad boy central midfielder and a bad boy striker, I'd go. Oh, they got shot now. Yeah, I'd say you should genuinely be worried. If they went and got a Tony and went and got, I'm trying to think.
I'm
Hey,
more
chat, give me
worried.
a bad boy central
Yeah,
midfielder, but
I'm more
someone
worried
like
if
of
they
that
get an
ilk, I'll go, yeah.
attacker. I'm more worried if they get an attacker. If they shore up their midfield, that's still kind of calm.
Nah, their midfield is lacking.
It's lacking in
big time.
terms of depth, but I don't think it's lacking in
Quality.
terms of.
It's lacking in terms of quality,
But
Vader.
they're better than 99% rest of the league. Like they handled Liverpool easily with
What
that
did you just say
midfield.
there? Better than 99.9%
Yeah,
of
but
the league. You know where that gets you? Second place. You know where that gets you? Luigi status. You want to be Luigi? Cool. Your midfield's good.
yeah, okay, all right.
Your midfield's good. You are go tackle Arsenal. Hey, you better improve that central midfield.
All
You're
right,
two
I got
players. In my opinion, I think they're 2 players away first team from me sitting here saying, yeah, Arsenal are favorites for this.
Yeah,
They're 2 players away.
Yeah, midfield and attack. I agree.
Yeah, that's a bad boy central midfielder and a bad boy attacker.
So now we're going full circle. You got to agree that
Yeah.
this is probably the toughest season because Arteta's got to win. Arteta's got to win.
That's another question mark. I think he has to win in the fans' eyes. Do I think he has to win in the board's eyes? No, I don't.
Well, it's more important to have to win in front of the fans' eyes. You can speak to this because if the fan base isn't happy with you, it makes life long. It makes life long at that club.
That's the problem, though. When it has to be the majority of the fans, it can't be split. It has to be the vast majority. I don't think the Arsenal. I go one further. I don't think the Arsenal board care about winning like that. I don't think they're fussed. They don't care about winning. Otherwise, Arteta still wouldn't be there after the season just gone. He wouldn't have been there after the first season. No way can you spend 94% of the time on top of the league and don't win it. I'm sorry, if I'm a chairman or CEO, that is unacceptable. You are gone.
Yeah, that's a bad percentage. Yes. But at the same time,
second season as well, especially when I look at the City side you're facing who are not even at their best. You're getting beat to a league title by a side that's not even at their very best. Hell no, you keeping but they don't care about winning like that.
Okay. All right.
Because I think if you add a bad boy manager and then maybe add a central midfielder, Arsenal could win the league, but they don't care about winning the league as much. And a lot of the fans don't either. We said this, a lot of the fans are just happy to be one of the best sides in the league and play good football. So because Arteta's not going to win anything, let's just clear that up now. 7th of August, 2024. Arsenal are not winning a trophy this season because he don't take the domestic cup serious and he's not good enough to win the Premier Champs. So what are we talking about here? And I said all this last season. Now, if he takes the domestic cup serious, they can win one, but he don't take him serious. They're not good enough to win the Premier League. They're not good enough to win the Champions League.
All right.
So they're already going into but again, I said all this last season. Oh, you hating flawless? And all right, bet. And what happened? The season before, you hating
You talking to Arsenal fans tomorrow?
Yes. Yes, the show's tomorrow.
All right. I'm gonna be tuned in for that. I'm gonna be tuned in. I think how I want the remainder of this transfer window to go, just to bring it back to United and City, because I've kind of calmed down. I'm gonna wait until the transfer window actually closes before there's any type of meltdown. Sorry, let me take that back. Not a meltdown, but any type of like harsh criticism. And the same thing goes. I ain't selling no Kool-Aid. I'm gonna wait to see what United do in the transfer window, see where you strengthen, see what happens before I kind of find out what the real expectations are with your club, right? But as of right now, I'm obviously confident in my manager. I'm confident in the players and the EDS players that get bumped up to be able to fill the role. But when I talk about this being the toughest season, I've got my manager in limbo somewhat because there's a contract extension that we're hoping that he signs. I've got KDB 1 year older, and he was almost rumored to go to Saudi. I got Bernardo Silva 1 more year older, potentially leaving. All these things kind of creep in and start messing with everybody, even the fan base. And then I have the impossible. Those of you on Spotify, I'm holding up my hand, 5. I have the impossible 5 to try and do.
Impossible, I know.
It's impossible. And then there's also a gray cloud. Flawless, I know you don't see it, but there's a gray cloud right now. Usually you're worried about gray clouds in Manchester because of your leaky stadium. But there's a gray cloud in Manchester because of the 115. The 115 is coming through in November. So all we got to deal with all of that. So listen, I'm gonna be stressed. I'm gonna add more platinums to this.
Yeah,
There's gonna be
stress,
more
man.
platinums
100%.
added.
Yeah.
Yo, what is it gonna be like for the rest of the week for you? Because I want to make sure I tune in to.
Yes. So tomorrow's United Arsenal. There's the United
Okay.
Arsenal show tomorrow, and then
All right.
Thursday United Chelsea Spurs, and then Friday United Liverpool.
All right, bless.
That's how it is. So you're always Tuesday, Wednesday Arsenal, Thursday Chelsea Spurs, Friday Liverpool.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'm
Then
gonna.
you can see about being worried. Yeah.
I'm gonna tune in. I'm gonna be there.
Yeah, man. I see you in the chat, man. You be trolling. I see you.
No, I
You know
don't.
what I'm saying?
I don't troll.
I
I
see
just
you
ask
be
a few
trolling.
questions. I just ask a
You
few
be
questions.
trolling. I see you be trolling. Like, yo, Flawless trying to set man up. I was like, I get that a lot.
No, that was a really good setup. You were slick with it.
Who did I set up?
It was you one-on-one with Tony, and I saw how you were. Listen, I saw how the chessboard was set up. I saw how you were baiting out your bishop to possibly get killed, but you had your queen ready to just kill that after. I saw how you were setting Tony up, so I pointed it out.
Tony sets himself up. This is the thing is, I'll get blamed for that, and people will do that. Like when I ask people how United scoring goals, and they say our front seven scoring 78, and people will say I'm roasting him. All right, he said this.
No, it's true. It's true.
78.
I'm gonna tune in for tomorrow's setup 100%. I want to say this, man. Always a joy being on the show. You let things flow. Those in the chat,
of course.
I'm gonna see you post live. So I'm gonna see the comments. I'm gonna see your reaction. Appreciate all the interactions, and those of you that have kind of crept over to Vader Games TV and subscribe, much appreciated. I ain't gonna stress over this Julian Alvarez because I know how the club's gonna move. We got a lot.
You're gonna replace him. You're probably going by someone.
We'll see how we replace him, and if we do,
probably going by someone.
Check out my reaction on my channel. But Flawless, man, bless. Thanks for having me on. I gotta run and deal with this.
Do your thing, man. It's all good, man. It's all good. Hey, Vader Games TV. Links in the title, people. Link is in the title. Hey, big up to Vader every single time. We are gonna close out. Shout out to Vader, man. That's my done. And to April in the chat, yo, what we talk, yo, Vader's my guy. So that's why he's here. Because he's one of the best in the game. So that's why we ain't hearing no slander of any of my co-hosts. That's why he's still here. He's my guy. So that's why Vader's here. Don't matter about his nationality. And he's not even American, but we move. And actually, I forgot to actually get to this during the show, so I will before I do indeed close out. The Manchester on Youssouf Fofana, which is actually in the title. So we're gonna get there as well. And to little bro, he said, no, I didn't make the intro. Nah, I didn't. Here we go. Big up to Warrior J. Youssouf Fofana. I don't know what here. Only this. Youssouf Fofana priority still clear. Monaco know that he wants to join AC Milan. No talks with West Ham in recent days. No proposal from Manchester United so far. Still no agreement with AC Milan. And I did also read as well that Manchester United have made contact with his agents. Go and get him. We need a central midfielder. Go and get. Hey, bless bro. I'll see you again soon, man. Bless little bro. Go get some rest. What was it saying? Yeah, Youssouf Fofana. Go and sign him. He's needed. Perfect profile in particular for the Premier League. Add some much needed athleticism, add some much needed power, some much needed strength and steel into our midfield because it's lacking. Say it all the time, the lack of athleticism throughout our team is absolutely criminal, especially in one of the most athletic leagues in Europe as well. So Youssouf Fofana, cheap price, they're saying 20 million for him. Go sign him. Go hijack that deal. Love that. I'm also happy that we stepped away from the Agate deal, not because I don't rate Agate, but because of the price. Way too expensive. Way too expensive. No way you should be paying that for Agate. One, a player who's not coming off a good season, and two, a player they're trying to get rid of. Why am I paying 60, 70 million for him? Make it make sense. It's like buying with De Ligt, your fourth choice centre-back, someone you're trying to get rid of. Why am I paying top dollar for him? Make it make sense. Table says Fofana not that great. Rather sign Amrabat. What's wrong with Fofana? He fits the order. He fits the bill. Athletic, physical, the physical attributes are there and the technical attributes are there. What's the issue? I don't understand. Go on, April. Floor's yours. I don't get it. I don't get it. Yeah, I'm lost. It's like when people say this. Again, I've said this before on the show very earlier. People just be saying things in the chat. So it's like, all right, let's have the discussion. Let's have the discussion. I'd love to know what Fofana's lacking. Let me know. I only got the big brush. What am I expecting from this season? Very little. Very little. I don't expect much from the season. I think it will look very much like last season. So very little. Dependent on the draw, could we win a domestic cup or go far at a domestic cup? Yes. Europe, the new format of the Europa League, because of the league format, I think we'll get out of that. Maybe, again, draw dependent quarterfinals, but am I expecting anything? No. Expecting much of the same. I'm not looking forward to this season. It's the same team with the same manager. Yeah, Europa that I just mentioned, yeah. I think we win Europa. Nah. We'll run into a team who are well drilled and well organized, tactically, with a tactically competent manager, and we'll get beat. We'll get beaten, and people will blame injuries. And people will blame injuries. Big up Colin Scott, man. Appreciate it. Big up, man. Like, yeah. That's how I look at it. That's pretty much my expectations for this season. I'm not looking forward to it whatsoever. Because it's the same manager and the same team. Yes, we have to do structure. Yes, there's coaches, but all right. Sure. Okay. Because I'm even looking here, even if we score more, because we scored 57, even if we get 65, that's still way short. Everybody, Villa got 76, Tottenham got 74, Chelsea got 77, Newcastle got 85. So we're still way short of all the teams who finished in front of us. Never mind Liverpool, who got 86, Arsenal 91, and City 96. So let's say we score 10 more goals. 67 ain't enough. We actually probably going to crack 60. I'll change my mind on that. We'll crack 60. And then we'll get probably what, like 63, 60 something? Low 60s? Low 60s. That's what I say. Very low 60s. Like 63. We're going to crack 60 goals. All right, sure. But anyways, we're going to redirect over to the gaming channel, but we're live on the playback, people. Get over to the playback, playback.tv/Sarcasm City TV. We'll be running live with pro clubs. VOD, if you're about, let me know. And yeah, just quickly on Sandenberg as well. Don't know too much about him, but from what I've heard, his profile, he's a 6 who plays in the double pivot and can progress the ball, press resistant, wouldn't cost a lot. I'm not against it. Seems he'd be the backup to Kobe Mainoo. We need backup there. So if we get Fofana and we get Zandenberg, that's like 42 million combined or something like that. I'm with that. I am fully with that. And then you could have Fofana and Casemiro for one spot, Mainoo and Zandenberg for the other. Got Ericsson backing them up. Maybe you go sign the Amrabat. That's a good 5-6. That's a good starting quartet, though. We're not starting, but a good first 4. I should say. TTM is Sarcasm City TV Gaming, but it's going to redirect you over to the channel anyway. It will send you directly over there. But you know what? Let me drop the link in the chat. And Vata's referenced it many times already. Don't forget, we are available on all audio platforms as well. Big up to all the audio listeners. We're live on the Sarcasm, active people on all audio platforms, Spotify, iTunes, SoundCloud, wherever you listen to podcasts, type in Sarcasm City TV, and this show and all the other shows will pop up. But you get the Mandem United, Mandem City show every Tuesday, 11:30 p.m. UK time. That's every Tuesday, 11:30 p.m. UK time, people. And there's a playlist for that. If this is your favorite show, there's a playlist for it on the channel. So you just click the playlist option, and then the playlist Manchester United, Manchester City show, boom. And then you can see all the shows because I update it on a weekly basis as well. Big up to TTM as well. Just became a Sarcasm citizen. Appreciated, man. Love for that. Link for the membership is in the pinned comment as well, people. It's right there. Yeah, TTM. Big up, man. I appreciate that as well, you signing up to that. But Spotify. Follow us on Spotify. Sarcasm City TV. 5-star us on there. iTunes. All you iPhone users, the same Sarcasm City TV. 5-star us. Same with SoundCloud as well. We're back tomorrow in terms of YouTube and live streaming content, footballing wise. Mandem United gonna talk from the Arsenal. So Manchester United Arsenal show. TJ will be there, who was in the chat earlier. Tony will be there, myself, talking all things Manchester United, talking all things Arsenal. But check out the upcoming live stream schedule because I have already updated it as well. Is McTominay leaving this summer? Probably not. I don't see McTominay leaving this summer. I really don't. But anyways, closing out. Love to everyone that's locked in. This has been the Manchester United Manchester City show. Man Them United podcast meets the Man Them City podcast live on the Sarcasm City TV YouTube. Big up and see you lot on the playback.